Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's hopes for reconciliation revealed as palace speaks out. A royal rift? Or a story still being written? A family so famous that even their silence makes headlines. A family where a simple phone call could shift global conversations overnight. Now imagine being part of that family and not speaking to them. That's the reality Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been living for years. But just when it seemed like the divide between them and the royal family was permanent, something unexpected happened. A close friend, someone from inside their circle, has spoken out, and what they revealed is making people ask one big question. Is reconciliation finally on the horizon? How did things get this complicated? Before we talk about reconciliation, we need to rewind a little. Harry and Meghan's departure from royal duties in 2020, famously dubbed Megxit, wasn't just a career change. It was a cultural moment. Headlines exploded, opinions divided, and suddenly, a family that once stood united on palace balconies seemed fractured beyond repair. There were interviews, statements, subtle and not so subtle jabs. Each new revelation added another layer to an already tense situation. But here's the thing. Family conflicts are rarely black and white. Think about your own life. Ever had a disagreement that spiraled into something bigger than you expected? Now imagine that playing out on a global stage, with millions of people watching your every move. So the real question isn't just what happened, it's what happens next. Recently, a close friend of Harry and Meghan broke the silence, and what they said caught everyone's attention. According to this insider, the couple hasn't shut the door on reconciliation. In fact, there's still a desire, maybe even a quiet hope, that bridges can be rebuilt. Now, that doesn't mean everything is suddenly okay. Far from it. But it suggests something important. The story isn't over. The friend hinted that Harry, in particular, has been reflecting deeply on his relationships, especially with his father, King Charles, and his brother, Prince William. And Meghan? While often portrayed as distant from royal matters, sources suggest she's supportive of healing, so long as it's genuine and respectful. If both sides are open to peace, what's actually standing in the way? Reconciliation sounds nice in theory, but in practice, it's messy. There's pride involved, hurt feelings, misunderstandings that have had years to grow. And when you add public scrutiny into the mix, things get even more complicated. For Harry, there's the emotional weight of his past, his experiences within the royal system, his struggles with identity, and his desire to protect his family. For the royal family, there's tradition, duty, and a need to maintain stability in an institution that's been around for centuries. It's like two worlds trying to meet in the middle, but speaking completely different languages. Have you ever tried to fix something with someone when both of you saw the situation totally differently? Yeah, it's kind of like that. So the real challenge isn't just wanting reconciliation. It's figuring out how to make it happen. Some believe that reconciliation won't come from a single dramatic moment, but from small, quiet steps. A private conversation, a shared event, maybe even something as simple as a message that says, "Let's talk." Others think it'll take something bigger, a major family milestone, or even a public gesture that signals a clear shift. And then there's the wild card time. Time has a funny way of softening even the deepest wounds. What feels impossible today might feel manageable tomorrow. What if both sides are waiting for the other to make the first move? One thing that makes this situation unique is the level of public interest. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone has a theory. And every small detail gets analyzed like it's part of a mystery novel. But reconciliation isn't a public performance. It's a deeply personal process. Imagine trying to fix a broken relationship while millions of people are watching, commenting, and taking sides. It's like trying to have a serious conversation in the middle of a crowded stadium. No wonder progress feels slow. This raises an important point. Maybe the most meaningful steps toward reconciliation are the ones we don't see. Quiet conversations, unreported moments, private efforts that never make headlines. So maybe the real story isn't what's being said publicly, but what's happening behind closed doors. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Will Harry and Meghan eventually sit down with the royal family and begin a new chapter? Or will the distance remain, quietly stretching on? The truth is, no one knows for sure. But one thing is clear: the possibility of reconciliation is still alive. And sometimes, that possibility is all you need to start something new. Maybe it begins with a conversation. Maybe it takes a little longer. Maybe it happens when no one's expecting it. But if there's even a small part of both sides that wants to reconnect, then the story isn't finished yet. At its core, this isn't just a royal story. It's a human story. It's about family, conflict, growth, and the complicated journey of finding your way back to each other. And whether you're watching from afar or reflecting on your own relationships, there's something powerful in that. So here's something to think about. If reconciliation is possible for one of the most high-profile families in the world, what might be possible in your own life? What do you think? Will Harry and Meghan reconcile with the royal family? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk about it.